chemistry is really a main ingredient of our common life. Everything that we do, everything that we touch is related to chemistry. From the food that we eat every day, to the medicines that we take, to the fuels that we use for our cars, to the batteries. Every place that you think about human life, there is chemistry involved. That's why chemistry is so relevant for the humanity. In particular, chemistry is moving at a very fast pace, and science, recent discoveries in science need to be incorporated into society. CSR is a vehicle to bring all of the new information that is coming into science to the global chemistry community and go beyond the chemistry community. So our role is to bring topics that are relevant for society that are related to chemistry. Beautiful examples are things in the area of biofuels, the microbiome report. Now we are working on things that are a little bit more esoteric, such as astrochemistry, trying to figure out what's going on in other planets that might contain water. So there is a significant number of activities that are very crucial for society, and CSR is taking the lead to bring scientists to the table to talk about these different subjects. CSR is a collection of people in the chemistry field, from people in academia, people from national lab, people from industry, and now even people from government that have a very different background. So the combination of all of that creates an atmosphere that is very unique to discuss, to converse, and to produce booklets that describe the state of the art in different parts of chemistry. And I think that that's what is really relevant about CSR, is that ability to bring an unbiased opinion about subjects that are really important for the chemistry community. We contribute to the society by keeping the society updated regarding new advances in chemistry that eventually can touch life of human beings, or not only lives, but the way that we live. Things in the sense of electric cars, for example, biofuel, what is going to happen with natural gas, with fracking. We are all the time targeting things that are really relevant for society. I think that that's the main role of CSR, and that's, I think, is the most important aspect of our contribution to society as part of the National Academy of Sciences. I think that CSR contributes to STEM education, although we should play a much bigger role. One of the things that I have enjoyed doing here is to work directly to organize one of the workshops on undergrad chemical education, and that was targeted really to understand how chemistry is being taught in different schools and universities. As a scientist myself and part of my organization, I'm really responsible for a large number of students, postdocs, grad students, and I've always been motivated to promote STEM education. And CSR has also the role by involving more of them into our workshops and events. Usually we are targeting the senior community, the professional community, professors, scientists at industry or university, but we don't do a job as good as we could do if we were to involve more undergrads and grad students to try to promote the STEM education. We have all the desire to do it, but we need to be a little bit more active, bringing that part of our community into CSR. I think that the largest single contribution that I've seen in my 4+ years that I've been part of, a member of CSR, was the workshop of undergrad chemical education, and how new tools that are coming into life for education are going to interfere or compete with the regular form of teaching. What I'm referring to is what's going to happen with all the internet type teaching that many universities are trying to put together. So you can do a lot of teaching online. That's going to bring a new dimension in education that we were not familiar with. And some of the major universities are targeting that, which is to study online. So that's one of the major contributions, in my opinion, that we have made. The rest of all of our work, it would be very hard for me to differentiate. In each case, there is something very unique and specific about the program that we ran, the workshop that we ran, or the report that we wrote, and it made contribution to different fields. I think that we equally contribute to a variety of topics, and one of our problems is to pick which is the next topic that we're going to target for a workshop. And I don't think that we have one in particular. If you ask every single member, everybody will have one particular choice, and maybe because he or she was very passionate about the topic, and that's the way that it got promoted through the organization. In my particular case, I was heavily involved in the chemical education, and I think that education, based on what I was saying before, is something really relevant. So that's why I picked that particular event that we organized about a year or 2 years ago as one of the major contributions. But you will have to ask more people to see what their opinions are. But for me, that's the most relevant and important that we have done so far.